eyes, swollen, red, oedemist, orbital cellulitis, pustular inflammations, photophobia, profuse flow of yellow pus, oedema of the lids, suppuration iritis, lids inflamed, agglutenated, swollen, old injured eyes, circumscribed corneal injection, intensive ulceration of the cornea, iritis, after exposure to cold and dampness, and of rheumatic origin. Eye painful in turning it or pressing, can hardly move it, as an acute retrobular neuritis. Profuse gush of hot, scalding tears upon opening eyelids. Ears. Pain in ears with sensation as if something were in them. Lobules swollen. Discharge of bloody pus. Nose. Sneezing. Coryza from getting wet. Tip of nose red. Sore. Ulcerated. Swelling of nose. Nosebleed on stooping. Phase. Jaws crack when chewing. Easy dislocation of the jaw. Refer to Ignatia and Petrol. End of bracket. Swollen face. Erysipelas. Cheekbones sensitive to touch. Parotitis. Facial neuralgia with chilliness. Worse evening. Crystallactia. Refer to Calcarea and Viola TRIC. End of bracket. Mouth feel loose and teeth feel loose and long. Gum sore, tongue red and cracked, coated except red triangular space at the tip, dry and red at edges, corners of mouth ulcerated. Fever blisters around mouth and chin. Refer to not more, end of bracket. Pain in maxillary joint. Throat, sore with swollen glands. Sticking pains on swallowing. Parotitis on left side. Stomach, want of appetite for any kind of food with unquenchable thirst. Bitter taste. Refer to CUPR, end of bracket. Nausea, vertigo and bloated abdomen after eating. Desire for milk. Great thirst with dry mouth and throat. Pressure as if from a stone. Bryonia and arsenate. Refer to, end of bracket. Drowsy after eating. Abdomen, violent pains relieved by lying on abdomen. Swelling of angular glands. Pain in region of ascending colon. Colic compelling to walk bend. Excessive distension after eating. Rumbling of flatus on first rising, but disappears with continued motion. Rectum. Diarrhea, blood, slime, and reddish mucus. Dysentery with tearing pains down thighs. Stools of cadaverous odor. Frothy, painless stool. Will often abort at beginning suppurative process near the rectum. Dysentery. Urinary. Dark, turbid, colored, scanty urine with white sediment. Dysenteria with loss of blood. Male. Swelling of glands and propus. The dark erysipelatous. Scrotum thick. Swollen, adomatous. Itchy, intense. Female, swelling with intense itching of vulva, pelvic articulation, stiff when beginning to move. Menses, early, profuse, and prolonged, acrid. Lochia, thin, protracted, offensive, diminished. Refer to pulsatilla, NSECALE, end of bracket. With shooting upwards in vagina. Refer to sepia, end of bracket. Respiratory, tickling behind upper sternum, dry, teasing cough from midnight until morning, during a chill or when putting hands out of bed. Hepatitis from overexertion, blood, bright red. Influenza with aching in all bones. Refer to EUP.PERF. End of bracket. Hoarseness from overstraining voice. Refer to arnica. Oppression of the chest, cannot get breath with sticking pains, bronchital coughs. In old people, worse at awaken and expectoration of small plugs of mucus. Heart, hypertrophy from overexertion. Pulse quick, weak, irregular, intermittent with numbness of left arm, trembling and palpitation when sitting still. Back, pain between shoulders and swallowing, pain and stiffness in small of back. Better motion or lying on something hard, worse while sitting. Stiffness of the nape of the neck. Extremities hot, painful, swelling of joints, pains, tearing and tendons, ligaments, and fascia. Rheumatic pain spread over a large surface of a nape or neck, loins, extremities, better in motion. Bracket referred to AGARIC, end of bracket. Soreness of condylines of bones, limbs, stiff, paralyzed. The cold, fresh air is not tolerated. It makes the skin painful. Pain along ulnar nerve. Tearing down thighs. Sciatica. Worse cold, damp weather at night, numbness and fornication. After overwork and exposure, paralysis, trembling after exertion. Tenderness about knee joint. Loss of power in forearm and fingers. Crawling sensation in the tips of fingers. Tingling in feet. Fever. Adynamic, restless, trembling. Typhoid. Tongue dry and brown. Sores. Bowels loose. Great restlessness. Intermittent chill with dry cough and restlessness during heat. Urticaria. Hydroa. Chilly as if cold water were poured over him, followed by heat and inclination to stretch the limbs. Skin red, swollen, itching intense. Vesicles. Herpes. Urticaria. Pemphigus, Eurypelas, vesicular suppurative forms, glands swollen, cellulitis, burning, eczematous eruptions with tendency to scale formation. Sleep, dreams of great exertion, heavy sleep as from stupor, sleepless before midnight. Modalities. Worse during sleep, cold, wet, rainy weather after rain, at night, during rest, drenching, when lying on back on or right side, better, warm, dry weather or motion, walking, change of position, rubbing, warm applications from stretched out limbs. Relationships, complementary, oh, you don't need to know that. Antidotes. You want to know the antidote? Pretty cool. Inimical is Apis, and the antidotes are bathing with milk with Grindilia lotion, very effective. Amphiloptis trifolia, three-leaf woodbine, toxic dermatitis due to vegetable poisoning, 30 to 200 potency, very similar to Rux poisoning. Desensitizing against IV poisoning by the use of ascending doses of the tincture by mouth or by hypodermic injections is recommended by old school authorities, but it is not as effective as the homeopathic remedies, especially Rux 30 and 200 and Anacard, etc. Anacard, Croton, Mrs. Crouper, eczema of the vulva, graphites. I also took graphites, by the way, because I did have eczema of the vulva, which is herpes. Compare Rus radicans, almost identical action. Characteristics are burning in tongue, tip feels sore, pains are often semilateral in various parts, often remote and successive. Many symptoms are better after a storm has thoroughly set in, especially after an electric storm, has produced a yearly aggravation. Refer to lychees. Rus radicans have headache and occipit, even pain in nape and neck. From there, pains draw over the head forwards. Rux diverse loba, California poison oak, antidote to Rus. Violent skin symptoms with frightful itching, much swelling of face, hands and genitals, skin very sensitive, eczema and erysipelas. Great nervous weakness, tired from least effort, goes to sleep from sheer exhaustion. Serophyllum, dysmenorrhea and skin symptoms. Compare also arnica lychees. Mimosa sensitive plant, rheumatisms, superfaction, move profound, stiff lacetation, pains in the back of limbs, swelling of the ankles, legs, trembling. Dose 6 to 30th potency. The 200s and higher are antidotal to poisoning with the plant and the tincture. The end. So, as yes. The end. That was like the last of the medicines that I took, but as I said before, I took 2 other before, and if we've already combined, or he already combined it because he knows his stuff. I'll do an article about the doctor and like the medical practices that are being done in India specifically, which I'm very want to talk about. So check out my next video, And yes, if you need any of these items, purchase them from me or anyone. You can find them. I don't care. It's the information that counts, and this is how we get the corporate bees back by being healthy, you know? Nobody can take health away from you. Alright, you guys. See ya.